Hello, my dear friends. You are welcome to another episode of Nikki's Nuggets, where we talk together. I am your host and your best friend, Nicholas Efemena Orerime. A woman was raped, gang raped, and then got pregnant. She kept that pregnancy, gave birth to the child. After childbirth, she went and threw the baby away. Her reason: that child would always remind her of that terrible, horrible, and traumatic experience of being gang raped. So she cannot keep that baby. Another woman got pregnant, kept the pregnancy, gave birth to the child. After childbirth, she also went and threw the baby away. Her reason: I am poor. I have no money to take care of even myself, let alone take care of a baby. Between these two women, who has a better excuse for throwing their babies away? On our show today, we will listen to Nancy, our friend, briefly telling us about her experience of how her mother abandoned her when she was just a baby. And then I will tell you a little story which will teach men, or we should teach men, the best way to receive a baby. We'll be right back.
No one has it all.
That's right.
No one knows it all.
Oh yeah.
What you know, what I know, is again, is Nikki's Nuggets.
Yay.
Welcome back. Now, let us listen to our friend Nancy telling us about her experience about how her own mother abandoned her when she was a little baby.
I am excited again today to be on Nikki's Nugget. Thank you, Nicholas, for the invite and to complete the story about the girl child. So, my name is Nancy J. Mowan, talking from the USA. So, to complete the story, like Nicholas said in the last video, that I was once a victim of this story. So my own case is kind of opposite the girl's case because I wasn't abandoned by my dad, but I was actually abandoned by my biological mom. But I am grateful that God had a special plan for my life, that He made my story that way, because I was raised by the most wonderful stepmom ever that make me to be the woman I am today. So sometimes when I think one of the reasons why I forgave my biological mother and become the breadwinner for her today is because when I think about it, like, okay, what if she didn't abandon me? Where was my life going to be? Was I going to be the kind of woman I am today, or was I going to be struggling, or where? So I don't know. And God have a special plan, so I can't question anything. So, but the only advice I have for those parents that abandon kids, I would say, if you find yourself in a situation that you cannot take care of that very kid at the very time, just ask somebody to help you. You can even get them to, a family member be like, okay, I can't do this by the time, but then I will be checking on them once in a while, so that tomorrow the story can be like you abandoned them, but rather You have no opportunity to take care of them, so other people can take over until you are ready. Because if we understand the story like I was abandoned, it just creates that hatred. Because for now, I don't have a relationship with my biological mother. Even though my stepmom is dead, I'd rather be with our mother than to acknowledge her. But do I support her? Yes. And does she depend on me for her daily bread and school fees for her other kids? Yes, she do. But the lesson is, you don't know the future of these kids, and you don't know how their life was planned. But again, it could be God is using you to decorate their future. So it may be seen like you abandoned them, but actually, it was part of God's plans. So thank you for the wonderful story. Looking forward to more story. And Nicholas, you are doing so good, and I really appreciate all you do. And I watch your show every day, and looking forward to see more people respond to this. Bye.
Wow, that is beautiful. Thank you, Nancy, for sharing with us. I hope that many will learn from what you have just shared with us. A friend of mine once shared a story with me back in the day. It was about a certain man. So this man had four girls, and then he was expecting a fifth child. Now, on the day of delivery, he was a commercial bike driver. So that morning, he took his wife to the hospital and then went back to the park where he normally does his business. I think he's like one of those men that don't want to be around the labor room. You know, some men are not, they can't stand the the pain, hearing their wife scream and all those things. So some men will just drop the wife and then go far away to wait for the news that okay, your wife had given birth to, and then they will come back. He was a man like that. When he left the wife at the hospital, he rode his bike back to the park to be with his friends and told them, my wife is about to have a fifth child. And they were all happy for him. Hey, we pray that she has a safe delivery. And they were there. As they were there, talking and having fun and praying and all those good wishes, the phone rang. Hey, sir, your baby has just arrived. He was so happy, gave his friend high five and said, let me quickly go and behold my newborn baby. Remember, he already had four girls. This was his fifth child. So, when he got to the hospital, he saw the baby, kissed the baby, kissed the wife, thanked every nurse that has helped in making this possible. Everybody was happy. Once he has seen all this, he went out, bought drinks, canned drinks, and then rode his bike back to the park to tell his friends about his newborn baby. When he got there, he said, yes, yes, rejoice with me. I have a fifth child. They said, yeah, congratulations, high five, dancing. And then he started giving them the drinks. As they were celebrating, one of his friends asked him, so, this child, is it a boy or a girl? And he said, ooh, sorry, I did not even check. Oh my God. I was so excited and I forgot to check whether it's a boy or a girl. Take something from that, because here is a man that had four girls, expecting a fifth child. One would think that the first thing he would have done was to check whether he now has a boy or another girl. He did not even check until somebody reminded him. He got his bike, rode back to the hospital, and met the wife. Hey, honey, what do we have? Boy or a girl? The wife said, we have another girl. Oh, thank goodness, it's fine. He went back to his friends and said, yes, I have found out. And they said, what? It's a girl. Rejoice with me. The happiness level was the same. His happiness did not drop, having found out that a fifth child has arrived, and that fifth child was also a girl. He was so happy and excited. And when my friends, told us that story in the office, it was just to remind men, just to teach men that if you have 5 girls or 6 girls or 10 boys, these children are all blessings to your life. You gave the woman what she gave back to you. And to think that a man like that with 4 girls, having received another 5th girl, would be so happy. His happiness was not in any way reduced when he found out about his 5th girl. How many men would you think would behave exactly like that man? This story just tells men how best to expect a child, boy or girl. This is your blood. However it comes, receive that child with love and with happiness. I can imagine how that man's life will be now, because I'm sure he's having 5 successful, beautiful, well accomplished ladies. He will be well taken care of. You know now, women, they say, take more care of their parents. In that Nancy's story, what and what did you pick out? For me, a lot. I remember her saying that she does not have a relationship with the mom, that she would rather be with her stepmom. Nobody would blame her for that, because obviously the stepmom did what her own mother could not do for her. Today, she is a very successful young lady. But then she went ahead to forgive her biological mother and takes care of her needs, provides for her. Beautiful. Even if she does not have that mother-daughter relationship, yet she still takes good care of this woman. She did not tell us if that mother explained to her the reason why she had to abandon her as a little child. But I have heard many explain or give reasons why they abandoned their babies. I asked a question in the beginning, and I wanted that to trigger this discussion. What would you really do as a woman if you were raped and then got pregnant? Would you keep that pregnancy, or would you rather abort the baby? Like Nancy said, if you have a child that you cannot keep for whatsoever reason, maybe you are not financially able to take care of the child, or for the reason of the child reminding you of some traumatic experiences, what would you rather do? I think from our advice, the best thing to do is to seek help. Take the child somewhere. There are many places where you can take a child to and explain the reason why you cannot keep that baby. I am sure somebody or some group of people or even the government will be willing to take that child from you and raise that child. It would be better to seek help with those kind of children than going ahead to abandon the child or throwing the child away. Like Nancy said, you never can tell the future of that child you are abandoning or throwing away. In our story of last week, if that man knew, if his eyes were open, I wish he saw the future, that this child you are refusing to carry and kiss and accept would become your landlord tomorrow. If he saw that, would he have gone home and brought all the belongings of her mom and abandoned the baby, her mom and her sister at the hospital? No. But we cannot see tomorrow. That is why we need to be careful of what we do today. If you have a baby that you cannot take care of for whatever reason, throwing the child away or abandoning the child is not an option. It's never an option and should never be the option. Find a way to take that child to somewhere that he or she can be raised and give your explanations, like Nancy said, so that tomorrow when the child grows up, he or she would understand perfectly with you why you had to take that route. And then he or she would be able to have a relationship with you. Because I can imagine the pain of a mother who is now asking and begging to have a relationship with her own son or daughter. I hope that we have enjoyed this conversation. I hope that we have learned from it, and I hope that we keep talking together, keep learning from one another, and promoting a better community. Subscribe to Nikki's Nugget and continue to show me love and support. I am your best friend. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you again, Nancy. Thank you, all of you, for your support, for your comments, and all that you are doing to promote Nikki's Nuggets. I will see you soon. Until then, please show love. Be careful what you do today.